Okay, can y'all hear? Okay, I think y'all can hear me now. All right. Let's get this started because I'm starting late. I wanted to start this at noon. I'm starting this like almost 20 minutes late. I got about 30 minutes. Let's talk about it. I meant for this to be a quick live anyway. So I don't know if anybody's in here or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started so I can get this in. So first of all, let me say hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope everybody can hear me. Um, we haven't done a lunchtime chat in a long time, but I wanted to come and just do a little quick with you guys so we could talk about Lizzo. So, um, King Roman News, shout out to King Roman. He does morning news, right? He talks about morning. I am at lunch, sir. Hey newbie, hi boo. How you doing? I hope all is well with you. I'm at lunch, sir. Mind your business. Anyway, so King Roman, he's been talking about, the Lizzo situation. I think last week Lizzo made a comment about um the Nutty Professor and the scene in the Nutty Professor where Herman has like the snack drawer and he's embarrassed when they find, his drawer full of snacks. And, King Roman was making a comment how like that's not a big deal. He didn't understand what the problem was. He eats snacks all the time. He didn't understand how that could have been traumatizing to her. And I'm paraphrasing. So, King Roman, I'm going to send you this video. So, if I misspoke or I took any of your comments out of context, charge it to my understanding and not anything, malicious. This is how I interpreted what you were saying. So then today, this morning he was talking. 'Cause he does the morning news, y'all. So y'all check him out. He's live in the morning talking about different, celebrity news, and then he does like he calls it local news stories. And so today he was talking about Lizzo. Did an interview and she was speaking on body positivity and how she's confident in her body, and I think she even said something about being an icon. Now we're not gonna touch the icon. Like I love you, girl. I love you, Lizzo, but the icon thing, I don't know about that part. But this isn't so much about Lizzo as much as it's about, I feel like, what people don't understand about the Lizzo situation. So let me say this. As a woman, as a big woman who has been a big woman the majority, well, shit, all my life, because I ain't never been skinny. I've been thinner, but I ain't never been. When I was younger, I guess I would say I was probably just thick. I wasn't fat, but neither here nor there. I've been fat longer than I've not been fat. So let me go there. I think people don't. It's almost like when we talk about white privilege and how white people don't understand that they have white privilege just because they're white. Like they don't have to use their white privilege. They don't have to do anything that's white privilege. They just are. They get it because they are white. And I think that when it comes to body positivity and it comes to things that affect you in this society, I think that there are things that happen. I'm not on my phone at school. I'm at lunch. I'm outside of the building. I'm not even on school property. I'm not even on school property. I'm at lunch, y'all. I'm at my lunchtime. But I think that a lot of times, us in society, I don't think that we realize what we do because it is so inherent to how society sees us and the expectations. And what I mean by all of that is this. I do believe that Lizzo has a I do believe that Lizzo has a confidence in her body. I do believe that Lizzo loves her body, right? But I also know that Lizzo gets beat up over the head constantly with that body positivity, with that, I'm gonna come out here and twerk. I'm gonna come out here in a bikini. I'm gonna be naked, And here's what I mean by it's that inherent bias that we don't know because we don't even realize we're doing as a society, right? A couple of weeks ago, Lizzo was twerking, right? She posted a video of her twerking. Lizzo's always twerking. And Funky Dineva reposted the clip and made a comment, Lizzo be doing too much. She need to stop. Don't nobody want to see all of that, right? And again, I'm paraphrasing what he said because I that's not a direct quote, but that's what he was saying. And I responded under his video, and I'm sure thousands of other people responded. I mean, he has a large following, and I'm sure he ain't see my little comment, and it is what it is. But nobody ever says that under Meg Thee Stallion's videos. Nobody ever says that under Sweetie. Sweetie posted a whole video about 2 weeks ago. It is clear that she had a BBL, It is clear that she's showing off her new BBL, and not one person posted. Well, I ain't gonna say not one because I ain't read every single comment, but that wasn't the headline. The headline wasn't Sweetie's doing too much because she twerking. The Sweetie was, ooh, the headline was, ooh, look at Sweetie, she twerking with her backup dancers. Look at Sweetie, she's showing y'all how it's done. Like, those were the headlines when she did it. And the only difference between what Sweetie did and what Lizzo did is the fact that Lizzo is 200 pounds. Sweetie is 110. And I don't think that people realize when they make those comments the inherent bias that you are putting out there. Because what you're saying is Lizzo can't do it because Lizzo's fat. But it's okay for Sweetie to do it because she's skinny. And she's got the big booty and she got the body yaddy that we as a society has said is the acceptable body. And that's what I mean when I say we inherently put that out there. So yes, do I think that Lizzo has a strong sense of body confidence? I absolutely believe that she does. But I also understand that constantly she gets beat up for it because people retweet and make comments. Have y'all ever looked at the comments under? I want y'all to look at the comments under Lizzo's videos when she posts a video of her in a bikini or she posts a video of her twerking. And then I want y'all to go look at a Meg Thee Stallion or a Cardi B or a Beyonce. Go look at the comments people make under their videos when they do the exact same thing. And you tell me how hard it has to be for her to maintain a strong sense of who she is and a strong body confidence. Y'all tell me. And when people say, people ask Lizzo these questions, and then the headline is Lizzo says da 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 da. Nobody says, well, we asked Lizzo, and this was what her response was. So it always looks like she's talking about her weight. No, people are always fucking asking her about her weight. You can be the most confident person in the world, but if somebody is constantly beating you up about that one thing that they feel is a problem, then you are stuck with society's idea of who you are and who you should be. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just get tired. So does she have days? Sure, she has bad days. Does she come on and share her bad days just like she shares her good days? Sure, she does. But if we scroll through Lizzo's social media, I think we see there are more good days than bad. I think we see more smiling than frowning. I think we see more happy than sad. But to think that just because somebody is rich or just because somebody has the money and the means that if they don't like their body, they just need to go do something about it, I think is a very insensitive thing to say. Look at Oprah. Oprah has battled with her weight her entire adult life, and short of major surgery, she's tried everything. At one time, Oprah had a personal chef living in her home, cooking all of her meals, healthy meals. She had a trainer that literally went into her bedroom and woke her up every morning to take her to her in-house personal gym to work out. And yes, she lost weight, but she never maintained it because it's deeper than eating right and exercising. It's deeper than that. And I think people need to understand that. And it just frustrates me when people be like, Lizzo just doing too much. Lizzo get on my nerves. Lizzo need to stop. Now, let's be clear. There have been times when I have been like, okay, girl, go sit down. Like when she wore that outfit to the basketball game with her ass out. But let's be clear. I would have said that about anybody. I would have said that about Beyonce. I would have said that about Cardi. I would have said that about Meg and anybody else. I don't want to keep naming the same people over and over. And let's be clear, I'm not mad at Meg, Cardi, Beyonce, Sweetie. I'm not mad at them for having a body, yaddy, yaddy, and for them to be confident in it and showing off their body. But just like I'm not mad at Meg, Meg got famous for twerking. Everybody talked about her knees. Oh my gosh, Meg Thee Stallion knees, Meg Thee Stallion knees. That is her brand. Nobody ever says, Meg, you doing too much, girl. All right, that's enough twerking now. But when Lizzo posts a video, I'm telling y'all, just go over to Lizzo's Instagram and look at the comments under her videos. And then go over to Meg Thee Stallion and look at the comments under her videos. And you tell me, no matter how confident and strong of a person you are, you tell me how long you can that you tell me how long that you can do that and it don't get on your, it don't bother you. It doesn't get in your mind. It doesn't get in your brain. It doesn't give you a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Lizzo's perfect. I ain't saying that. But I also feel like people, the comments, I just think are just so insensitive, and it was a lot for me to type, and I didn't want to be. I was upset. I was getting upset, I should say, because I felt like the whole chat was like, "Yeah, she's doing too much. She's doing too much." But I feel like people aren't seeing it. I don't think people realize the bias because it's embedded in us. It is embedded in us to look at fat people and say, "Well, they don't have to be fat if they don't want to be." It is embedded in us to be like, well, all you got to do is just stop eating and do some exercising. It is embedded in us to look at it as if it's not on the same level. Listen, y'all, it is an addiction just like anything else. And if it is an unhealthy relationship with food, and if it were that easy, we would all be the perfect size that we want it to be. And I'm speaking from my perspective. I love me. That doesn't mean I always like what I see in the mirror. And yeah, when I think about when I put that donut in my mouth, I be like, damn, I don't need to be eating this damn donut. But the difference is there's some people who can push away from the table, and there's others that they can't. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but stop making it seem like it's easy. Stop making it seem like, well, all you have to do is dot dot dot. Because it's not that fucking easy. Because if it were, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's frustrating when I, because y'all remember Dr. Boyce, Dr. was it Dr. Boyce, who really his expertise is money. I don't know how he became a social commentator, but do y'all remember last year when he has a very successful YouTube channel? Do y'all remember last year after Lizzo performed at the I think it was at the AMAs? He did a whole series. He went after Lizzo for like 2 weeks. Every time he went live, he was talking about Lizzo and how she gonna die, and how she must not have no real people around her and no real friends around her because she gonna die, and it's not cute, and she's perpetuating that this is good and it's not good, and we need to stop doing this, and she gonna die. Who wants to see that shit all day, every day? The girl was performing at the AMAs. Not one thing in his commentary talked about how talented she was. Not one thing in his commentary talked about the fact that this woman went against every stereotype that the music industry. Think about a Roberta Flack. A Roberta Flack who everybody would talk about how talented Roberta Flack was, wasn't even allowed to be on the photo, the album cover of her first album because she did not fit the body type that the record company thought they could sell. So her voice just had to speak for itself. Y'all, I need y'all to understand how deep that is. We went from that to Lizzo performing at the AMAs, all her backup dancers being thick women, and owning that shit. I think that's what it is. She's doing a reality show. I think she's doing a reality show where she's looking for some new backup dancers, and she's like recruiting like big women. And I'm gonna be interested to see how that works out. Because again, I'm not saying I agree with everything Lizzo does and says, but as a woman, as a big girl myself, I just feel like I got to rep for the big girls and give people a different perspective. And again, I'm not comparing it to racism. So please don't nobody walk away and be like, you said it's the same as being white privilege. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is white people don't know they have privilege just because they're white. They don't understand that there's a privilege to being a white person simply because you walk around as a white person. What I'm saying is when you are of a certain body type, you don't understand the privilege that you have because you are that body type. You don't know what it's like to want to wear an outfit or want to buy a certain thing and it ain't in your size and it ain't gonna never be in your size. You don't know what it's like to have to worry about, okay, that look cute on the mannequin, but you don't even know what it's like that you see something you like and they do make it in your size. And guess what? It's $20 more. You know why? Because it's a 2X or a 3X rather than an extra large or a large. You ain't using that much more goddamn material that it's got to be $20 more. You understand what I'm saying? Right. They did the same thing to Kelly Price. Absolutely. I have people call me Lizzo like it's an insult because our society thinks fat is synonymous to ugly. And it's the worst thing to be. It's so disheartening because I have to live in this body. Exactly, Casmine. And that doesn't, and you are probably a beautiful woman. And that's the other thing. You know how when people say, "Oh, you cute," you know, people talk about people tell me I'm cute for a dark skinned girl. Well, what do you think? How you think it makes somebody feel you cute for a big girl? How do you think that makes people feel? How do you think it makes Lizzo feel when people say to her, just stop talking about your weight and just perform. Just sing. Just give it. Somebody said today, just bring us a new album. Stop talking about your weight and bring us a new album. Do y'all realize that every time Lizzo sits down to do an interview, they ask her about her weight? Do you realize that that is a question that they always ask her? Y'all think Lizzo is just starting up interviews going, so today I want to tell you about how fat I am. Today I want to tell you how it feels to be fat. Today I want to tell you about what part of the movie The Nutty Professor triggered me. Do y'all really feel like that's how she's starting off interviews? No, they're asking her questions, and these are the answers that she's giving them, and that's the soundbite. That's the soundbite. That's what's going to make people click. I saw a headline on YouTube today. It says Lizzo's mad at Eddie Murphy. Lizzo ain't mad at Eddie Murphy. Lizzo said that there was a scene as a kid with her watching The Nutty Professor. She was a kid and she saw that scene where Sherman has the snack drawer and he's embarrassed when they find it. And she said that it made her feel some kind of way because she has a snack drawer too. And she understood how he felt because she was embarrassed about her snack drawer. And King Roman was like, I have a snack drawer too. I eat a bag of chips every day. I love these Rice Krispie treats. But when people look at you, it's not the same. Have you ever walked into a restaurant and been self-conscious about what you were ordering because you knew that people were looking at you, expecting you to order the fat food, expecting you to be the fat girl? Have you ever went somewhere and been like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get this to go because I don't want nobody to know I'm ordering two desserts. You know what I'm saying? You know, you like, I don't want to be the fat girl today. I'm just gonna go ahead and just take this dessert home while I eat this other dessert. I mean, I want two desserts, but you know, and that's what I'm saying when I'm like, it just you don't realize what you're doing and how you making people feel worse. Do you think that makes me feel any better to know that you can eat a Rice Krispie treat every day and still be skinny? Do you think that makes me feel good? that's that's not that don't make me feel good to know that you can eat a bag of chips and a Rice Krispie treat every single day, and you look the way you look, and I look the way I look. You're so right. I love myself, and this is part of my life. I'm finally getting a handle on my weight with alternative ideas like intermittent fasting, and I'm down 48 pounds, lots of inches. Yes, you know what? I think I'm gonna try that intermittent. I have so many people that have given me some great feedback on the intermittent fasting. I'm gonna have to look that up, Lauren. I'm gonna look it up because I feel like I do it anyway. But my biggest problem is not my biggest problem, but one of my problems is it's certain things that I do until somebody tells me I have to do them, and then it's almost like you can't tell me what to do. So I feel like I already only eat certain times a day, or I try to only eat certain times a day. But I think the minute that I say this is my plan, it's like okay, unpopular opinion. People wouldn't have so much to judge you if you stop putting it out there. And with Lizzo, sometimes it can be overkill. I don't keep up with her, so I don't care anyway. Care one way or the other. I'll send you some stuff about intermittent fasting. Okay, y'all, please do. Seriously, please do. DMV boo, I understand where you're coming from, and your point is valid. Like I said, I ain't saying that I agree with everything Lizzo does and says. I'm just saying I want people to look at it from a different perspective without always just making it like beat up on Lizzo. You know what I mean? And I hear what you're saying, but again, I go back to what I was saying before. You say if she would just stop talking about it. What I'm saying is people are asking her. People are asking her. So now when somebody asks her and she says, I ain't talking about that or I don't want to talk about that, now she becomes the bitch. Now it's Lizzo is just bitchy. Lizzo is rude in her interviews. Lizzo won't talk to the press. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just can't win. But I hear your point. Again, do I think Lizzo does too much sometimes? Yeah, I do. I do. Like I said, that outfit she wore to that basketball game that had her ass out in her thong, I thought that was too much. I thought that was too much. And like I said, I would have thought that was too much if it was anybody. I would have thought that was too much um if it were anybody. Anybody. So, your point is valid. Your point is valid on that, But I just want to I want to give people a different perspective, and I want people to sometimes, and again, it ain't everybody. This is one of those, if it's for you, pick it up. If it ain't, leave it there kind of thing. But I just want people to understand how sometimes the double standard is in play. The double standard is in play. Because again, even when people say, like, for example, let's use WAP, for example, the video WAP. There were a lot of people that was like, oh my gosh, this is overkill. Oh my gosh, this is doing too much. But those same people loved it, right? Those same people, it got, millions and millions of views on YouTube. Like, I don't have it in front of me, but the video got millions and millions of views on YouTube. If Lizzo had done a WAP, what do you think people would have said? If she had done a video and it had been all big girls wearing the same outfits that Meg Thee Stallion had on, Cardi B, Taraji, well, no, Taraji wasn't in that one. Kylie Jenner, Taraji was in Body Yaddy Yaddy. Suki Hana. If Lizzo and her dancers had done WAP in the exact same outfit, what do you think people would have said? But y'all points are valid. I'm not, I'm just giving y'all my perspective. When I hear that, and again, let me preface. I agree that there are times when I think Lizzo be doing too much. Let me put that out there. But, however, I want people to understand that there is a double standard in some of this, and it can be a bit much. That's all. You can customize it to your schedule. It is so many versions of it, and you can still enjoy your snack cravings with balancing it with healthy things like your smoothies. Thank you, boo. Yeah, y'all's gonna send me some stuff, so I may think about it. Because I've just started getting back into doing my meal prep, and stuff like that, and I've been doing better with doing my meal prep. Cause girl, I gotta be ready for the summer, honey. But yeah, I just wanted to give my little 2 cents. And like I said, it was just too much to type because I was in his chat this morning. I was trying to get ready for work. And y'all know from being in the chat and saying things, and sometimes things don't translate. And I didn't want him to think that I was coming at him because I wasn't. I didn't want him to think I was kind of like attacking him or being, rude, because I didn't want it to come off that way. I just was trying to get people to understand that there's a different point of view, and how sometimes that point of view sometimes can get a little skewed. That's all. Hey, it's me, D. Thank you, boo. Yeah, I'm about to I'm at speaking of which, I'm getting a salad right now. I'm at the Chick-fil-A about to get that kale crunch salad um for lunch. Um I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I gotta figure out my dinner so it can be a nice healthy alternative, so I'm not eating something bad. Yeah, you wanna do housewives this evening? Let me know. I can see both sides. I always appreciate your viewpoint. Thank you, CC, and I appreciate y'all's too. DMV has a point. His point is valid. I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all hearing what I'm saying. Because again, I don't want to feel like I'm jumping on nobody. Because I'm not. I'm not. You know, because I say this, I mean, honestly, I said the same thing about the WAP video, but I was probably one of the few. Now, I like the song for what it is. Is it raunchy? Yeah. Is it over the top? Sure. Is it, but I mean, I grew up listening to Luke, so what what the hell? But I think that video was a bit much. I do. I think that video was a bit much. Hey, Miles, how you doing? Yep, I'm a moderator for James. How you doing, Miles? But yeah. Okay. I don't know what we talking about. I just know it's about Lizzo, so it has to be about someone's body. Well, I'm just talking about looking at the two sides of the story, the two perspectives. I hope y'all can still hear me. I had to put my phone down for a second. My sound was giving me issues. That's why Okay. Hey, Cookie. Yeah. I've had quinoa. I mean, I ain't going out. I ain't busting down the doors for it. But um, so this evening, little baby, if you're available, I'll send you the link too. We're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We'll probably talk about last week's episode because last week's episode directly connects to this week's episode. So we'll do both of them. We're going to talk about the skirmish. Everybody trying to turn it into more than what it was. Child, that won't shit. But we'll do that this evening. I got a couple of quick drops I'm gonna post. I'll probably post those in a little bit. Yeah. But thank y'all for hearing me. Thank y'all. Anybody that's listening to this on the replay, go ahead and let me know how you feel. Put it in the chat. Like I said, this is just my 2 cents, my point of view, my opinion. And if you put my opinion with 2 cents, you know what you got? You got 2 cents. Okay. But y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I said I'm gonna do 30 good minutes. Give y'all a quick lunchtime chat. And we'll be back this evening to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm sure y'all got a lot to say. Little baby too, honey. Little baby too. All right, y'all. Everybody have a good lunch. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.